Hey guys, it's Michael from Traction Event Labs, and this is another Insights video. As you can see, I'm back in the Toyota Tacoma, driving down the road, and I thought it'd be a perfect time for us to catch up. So last weekend I went to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I had a good friend, a former employee of mine, ask me the question, what have I learned by being in business for myself? And that was interesting. I hadn't really thought about it that way, and I definitely had not asked myself that question. So over the last couple hours in the car, I've been thinking. I've been thinking about how I could answer that question better than what I did last Saturday. So I thought I would share with you that process today. So first and foremost, what I've learned is being in business for yourself is amazing. It's awesome. I love working for myself. Now, also what I've learned is it is the most stressful, chaotic time in my life. I don't think I've ever made less money, or I definitely haven't made less money in the last 10 years than what I'm doing now, but my quality of life is higher than it's ever been. So I've traded some money for time, and I've traded some money for experience. And I think it's been a good trade. I'm anxious to see where the next 15 months takes me, and if I'm able to get those things in a little bit better balance than maybe what they are today. But a lot of respect for the people that go to 9-to-5 jobs that collect a paycheck every 2 weeks. There's no stress in that. I mean, really, when you think about it, as long as you're working for a quality employer, like I always have been, getting paid every 2 weeks has never been an issue. All I needed to do is come to work, do quality work, keep my customers happy, and the rest would take care of itself. And there's a lot to be said for that. But knowing what I know now, I wish I would have done this 5 years earlier. Second, I've learned that there is a cost to doing business development that I just wasn't cognizant of in my former life. So when the phone rings and a customer has an opportunity for you, I would always get excited. I would gather a group of employees. We would do a brainstorm. We would bring in our in-house graphic artist. We would draw it. We'd do a little creative writing around it. And next thing you know, we would pitch the idea. So when I get a phone call today, like I just got one about a month ago, and I've been trying to work on their idea ever since and build that business ever since. When that phone call comes in, you really need to make sure that it's on purpose, and you need to make sure that you can afford the opportunity, because one of two things will happen. You will spend a ton of money and not get the project, or you'll spend a ton of money and get the project. Why I say that is when the phone call rings, they want something, you tap into your resource, you come up with the idea, then you need to figure out how to draw it. You need to figure out how to present it. That all takes time and money. This current project that I'm working on, I'm probably $900 out of pocket at this point, and I don't know if I'm going to get the project. $900 is a lot of money in my world. So, when the phone rings, I now need to ask myself the question, can I afford to go chase this? And then on the other side of the coin is, what if you get the project? This is an opportunity in New York this November, has about $150,000 worth of billings, maybe 20% margin, but it's got a lot of risk. Operating around the holidays, operating in New York, inclement weather, permits, all of those things I definitely had to take into consideration before committing to pitch the business. So as a business development guy, I'm always wanting to be a people pleaser and a client pleaser, but now I'm having to ask myself that question, hey, let's really answer these questions before you get in too deep. So that's been interesting. And then the third thing that I've learned is what's important to the customers and what's important to me are way different than I ever thought that they were. I don't know if it's a trend in the current customers that I'm doing business with or the current environment in which I'm trying to sell, but there's a mentality that good enough is good enough. And that's not the type of business that I want to be in. I want to do things in an exceptional level for customers that want an exceptional product. And I don't know that I'm fishing in the right pond. So I really need to continue to do proper discovery, make sure that I understand what the customers want. And if they're, happy with kind of a good enough product, they're definitely not the customers for me, and I need to realize that as early in the discovery process as possible. So I'm continuing to search for those customers that want better, that are not satisfied with good enough, and those customers are hard to find. They're especially hard to find in this economy, and something that I'm a little surprised by is probably not the right word, but something that I wasn't aware of but am now, is those customers also are looking for larger agencies with more infrastructure. So trying to sell myself as a guy in a company that offers premium service, they're not used to doing business with solopreneurs like myself. So that's something that I need to do a better job of storytelling and making sure that everybody in my network and that I'm selling to are aware of the capabilities and the offerings that Traction Event Labs brings to the table. So those are just 3 things that I've learned over the last 15 months. There's probably been 300 things, but those are the 3 that came to mind in the clearest way that I thought I would share with you today. So hopefully in the next 15 months will teach me some new learnings. Hopefully I'll be able to answer some of the questions that I asked today and solve for those. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you are continuing to find value. Thank you for following along on this journey that Traction Event Labs is going through. All right, guys, I have another 4 hours on the road. Who knows? I just might make another video. Talk to you soon. Bye.